Mixing up some primer. We're gonna get some primer on the fender now. That was intricate. And there are a couple of lights lit on the dash for the parking sensors and also the adaptive radar cruise control. Don't really know what's going on with that just yet. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Orange Wires Garage YouTube channel. We're here again with this 2023 Nissan Titan. We picked this truck up just a few short weeks ago. We're going to continue working today and get this fender fixed. We got to get a little Bondo put on here and get it nice and smooth and slick and get it out to the booth. We got to get our parts painted up and get one step closer to getting this truck put back together. Let us know in the comments if you'd like to know exactly how much we've got in this 2023 Nissan Titan Pro-4X. We're going to finish up working on the fender and getting this all bondoed up. It doesn't like much. So as you can see, the fender just had just a little bit of damage. So we're going to finish that up and then we're going to get it primed in so we can get it in the booth and get it painted. In the last episode, we put the front end together and got a nice initial test fit, and everything looks OEM on this truck. So I think I'll get the Bondo out and I think I'll get started so we can be ready in about 6 hours to block it all down and get this truck painted. We've got a couple of things to do to the inside. We've got this and that, and this truck's gonna hit the road wide open. We can't wait to get it on the road. We hadn't even got to test drive it yet. So let's stop talking and let's start working and get some of this done. And man, this fender's been rough to get off. Like, it is literally glued on with some spray foam, like some polyethylene foam. And I don't know if I've got it off yet. That was intricate. And all I can say is thank you, Nissan, for gluing this fender on, because it was glued from the top to the bottom and it was a real pain in the rear to get off of there. We finally got it off. Mixing up some primer. We're gonna get some primer on the fender now. Gonna prep the panel for the primer. Wax and grease, remove it. And just like that, we saved the fender because that fender was $500. So a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, and $500 saved. So let's let it dry. Let's get our parts together and let's get in the booth and get this thing painted. point, the first test drive of this 2023 Nissan Titan. So far so good. We got a couple of lights on the dash that we kind of expected, we've already known about. We got to take care of those. We've got our ear to the road, just listening to every little sound that's going on, making sure that this truck is 100%. So far it drives really straight, really good. We may have to get an alignment. We spent a little bit of time getting everything ready to paint on this truck. We got everything painted and we kind of temporarily got everything put back together. So I guess the next thing we need to do is kind of line everything up, button everything up, put the fender liners in, put the fender flares on, and kind of get that going. And we'll be really close to being done with this truck. And there are a couple of lights lit on the dash for the parking sensors and also the adaptive radar cruise control. Don't really know what's going on with that just yet. We're going to check all that stuff out too, get all the fender flares put on, get everything kind of put together and take it for a nice test drive. Make sure everything's running good, driving straight, maybe get a little alignment on that front end. So far so good. So let's get back to work, putting some of this stuff together, just kind of buttoning it all up. I know a lot of y'all are just like me and you want to see what's under the hood. And the Nissan Titan Pro-4X, it's going to come complete here with Nissan badged Bilstein struts up front. And check out that big beefy steering knuckle. And then the control arm up top, it's stamped steel, but it's actually welded on the bottom here. So it makes it a lot stronger than a lot of the upper control arms that you see today, which that's a nice feature. That's a very nice feature. And then the lower control arm, it's pretty beefy like a lot of the trucks are today. So I've still got to put these brackets back and kind of get everything buttoned up in here and get the fender liner put in. But as you can see, that everything is looking 100% OEM up in here. And which that's what we're after. I mean, we want an OEM look and feel. So we're going to continue putting the fender liner on. I'll probably get that put in. I'll clean up the fender flares and get all the little clips put back in. Get all this done, the fender liner in, the braces and brackets and all that stuff in. Spent the last little bit of time working on putting the fender liner back, adjusting the bumper, putting all the fender flares on, getting the mud flaps put on, and stuff like that takes a lot of time. And I know y'all probably don't want to see it. So as you can see, the truck is turning out absolutely amazing. Everything has finally came together on this truck, except the Nissan emblem right there. I think it's came in, so we got to get the Nissan emblem and kind of get everything buttoned up and put together. And in the next episode, we want to put remote start on this truck, see if we can get that going. That's the one option that it was missing. And y'all are not gonna believe how much we got in this truck. And I know y'all always like it when we do a full price breakdown, because you really want to know, is it worth it to drive all the way to Connecticut, pick up a truck, come back and fix it up? Because this truck is probably worth around $53,000. So tune in, turn those post notifications on. In the next episode, we'll give you that complete price breakdown. But don't forget to follow us on Instagram. We always post there before YouTube. And if you like this video and you like the content, drop us a like. It really helps us out. We appreciate each and every one of you. A special thanks to all the subscribers. We'll catch you guys next time. We're out.